And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by K'Lavon Chaisson. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. Dancing to his left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the 1st down in the process. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try the left side. It's Robinson, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And Lambo will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Eifert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. Gostkowski the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game.
There he goes, right side. Past the 20, 10. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action with Wilson. It's complete to Eifert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down, Peterson again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Wilson. To the left side here for Eifert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 7-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 2. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Peterson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 27 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. It's Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down, Jacksonville.
And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Peterson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. To throw is Wilson. And that's complete to Sanders. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Wilson. Screen pass to Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This time, Wilson will throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Touchdown! Elijah Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. The point after try for Gostkowski. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Lawrence. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And they can't bring him down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Etienne. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Etienne, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
Jets 14. Josh Lambeau will kick off for Jets.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
44, Mike, 44. Now watch run.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Malcolm Brown, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
44's Mike. Check.
Here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a second down and 6.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53.
Lawrence. Jones has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Look at me. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devon Hamilton able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Wilson. Got his man. It's Eifert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. 7 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains, wear down the clock, and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Etienne once more. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here for Davis. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Checking in on Houston, it's in the 4th quarter there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Go.
Throwing is Wilson. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Jags, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.